So welcome, the BURBS. Hey!
Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm weak, and maybe I'm strong, but nevertheless I'm in love with you, in love with only you. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll win, and maybe...
Keep on going. Yay, well done, boys!
Okay, they're going to sing it through one more time, and then we're looking for some encouraging comments.
Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm weak, and maybe I'm strong, but nevertheless I'm in love with you, in love with only you. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll win, and maybe I'll lose.
Okay, Ed,
Very nice blend. Good balance right across the board.
anybody else?
Engaged, presence.
George?
I like the way you were all singing quietly and in control, and that made the blend. That made the blend. It was just you weren't under singing, but boy, it was nice that you weren't over singing.
John?
You look happy. Yeah. You look like it's fun.
Okay, so let's sing it through one more time.
Marty.
Different.
That was good.
I like that it didn't sound like a barbershop song. It sounded like the song we all know with barbershop chords in it.
Okay, so let's sing it through one more time, and this time you're going to be watching for how you can contribute to their improvement.
Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm weak, and maybe I'm strong, but nevertheless I'm in love with you, in love with only you. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'll win, and maybe I'll lose.
Clarence?
I like to see you cup a little differently. So it's like your body is kind of more forward and just kind of looking sideways instead of your whole body being turned in. That's what
So you'd like me to do?
turn in a little more.
So?
Yeah, a little more like yeah.
And more hairy too.
Hairy the same?
Already more hairy.
That hair over there. The other hair.
You know, I was watching John Giles, I'm recording him, eh? His facial expression is so great that I actually zoomed out of focus.
Anybody else?
Yeah, actually, Dave, the way you were standing, you were actually shielding some of the lead.
So I was too far in.
Yeah, so you were in front of his arm even, so.
Jared?
I might, next time through, I might try with the ball, you know, pushing up through the line to see if there's more connection.
Rick?
Don, I got the feeling that part of the song you were doing a lot of staccato, and I'd like to hear a lot more linear singing that way. Maybe just tying your stuff together. And Jimmy, just deeper breaths, bigger breaths. You're just taking accidental breaths.
Just going to say something along that same line. Jimmy, relax a little bit. That's why I went like this, kind of just relax a little bit, because you'll find that you'll breathe a little bit better, because at the end of the phrases, a couple of the guys were running out of gas, and you could sort of tell because the phrase endings were kind of drifting down as opposed to ending with energy.
Or sing faster.
Or sing faster.
Anybody else? Okay, let's implement some of those suggestions and try it again.
Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm weak, and maybe I'm strong, but nevertheless I'm in love with you, in love with only you. Maybe I'll win, and maybe I'll lose. Thank you.
please. For a good long time. Sing that note, Jimmy. You're singing it. You're singing it, but you're not wanting to stay with it. Put E into it. I'll take that for now. Sing.
Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm weak, and maybe I'm strong.
Good, thank you. Just keep that pitch in your head. I'm happy with that as it brightens the song up at all. Okay, stand forward, lead with your sternum. Just relax. You guys are very focusing, I think, on like, hey, are you enjoying this? Is this good? You don't need our approval. We fell in love with singing barbershop because of the sound. And we love that sound and we love being inside it. So don't ask for approval. Just enjoy it for yourself. Stand tall and just sing.
Okay, 3, 4. Maybe I'm
3 and 1, 2, 3.
Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm weak, and maybe I'm strong, but nevertheless I'm in love with you, in love with only you. Maybe I'll win.
Much improved already, Now, look at your stance, everybody. Body language gives you away, so look confident. By the way, it's a perfect example, not to pick on Dr. Dave in any way, it's a perfect example that only the lead can lead though. As much as he's doing a good thing, he wants to count him in, and that's fair enough. So there's got to be a way so that we just take a lot of repetitions because Jimmy's obviously not picking it. Oh, that's where we're starting. Okay, and it just takes a while to understand each other's wavelength.
I changed it that time, and I'm trying to shorten it.
Good. You're covering your voice, Harry. Just sort of ease down there. Just sing normally, freely, sing easily. Johnny, you still wanting to impress this audience a little bit? I'd like you to shut it out for a while.
I'm trying to look at the camera.
No. That's distracting. Just stand and sing. Okay. Everybody look at your stance though. Give me a more confident stance that says, I love being in this room, I love being with my friends, and I don't care if they love me or hate me. Because they're going to support me no matter what. Sing for each other.
Maybe I'm right, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm weak, and maybe I'm strong, but nevertheless I'm in love with you, in love with only you. Maybe I'll win, and maybe I'll lose, and maybe I'm in for crying to lose.
Makes a difference, doesn't it? A little confidence goes a long way. Well, gentlemen, we're going to move on from here. That's very, very good work. Is there anything we need to wrap up with there, Mr. Clark?
No, just the summary of it was pitch, relax, sing with no impressions.
Isn't it interesting the difference it makes, though, when we try to impress the audience and when we just have a good time singing? And which way sings better and which way is more engaging for us as an audience? So let's make that choice ourselves from the risers, because it was really interesting before hearing when we sang to each other one-on-one, and then as soon as we turned to the front, we started pushing. So let's make the choice. Let's just enjoy it, and the audience will enjoy it too. Fair enough? Let's get back to it. Thank you, gentlemen. Well done.